Hello, welcome back to another excerpts from a Spiritual Ascension. Today I wanted to talk about the Tower or the Tower card and Tower moments. A Tower, if you know Tarot or familiar with the Tarot deck, in Tarot, it's kind of this huge tower, kind of like a castle back in the day. And there's fire kind of and brimstone, and usually there's two people falling out of the tower. It's kind of like a shakeup, some kind of traumatic thing happening at this moment. There's usually lightning also, so it's a sense that there's some kind of divine intervention coming in to change a situation. I've learned through my journey that tower, you can decrease or eliminate your tower moments when the divine has to step in and eliminate these things from your path. Um, if you are not going in, okay, let me rephrase that. If you are veering off of your path and it becomes significant to a point where the universe needs to guide you back onto your path, that's when a tower moment may happen. So there be divine intervention. You can avoid those type of situations where the universe, spirit, the divine will send you indications that you are on the incorrect path and kind of veer you back onto your path before a tower moment happens. And I've learned through my intuition, and you will learn through your own intuition to avoid those type of moments. Okay. Um, One of the main things also that I'll probably do another video on is resistance. Whenever we try to do something and we come against resistance, it's just not happening. We try again, and again, there's some kind of resistance against it. That is the divine saying, no, that's not your path. That's not the way you're supposed to go. There's a different way to go. And again, using your intuition that you're going to learn to use all the time, um, you're going to know, okay, that's not where I'm supposed to go. Let me veer back this way. Um, Example, um, there was a time when I thought I needed to change jobs, but I wasn't sure. And so, you start applying for other positions and it's not going anywhere. You apply, you're not getting called or something like that. So you know that that's not your path. Okay. You could even go to as far as getting an interview, but it just doesn't work out. Okay. That's not your path. If you were to continue, and yes, you do get the interview, you do get the job, then you know it is your path. So just a brief example of what resistance is and um, something just not working out. Okay. Um, Even thinking about I wanted to purchase a car, and the universe becomes so involved with your life, so to the point of really bringing me the car that was right for me, but not even knowing which car to, purchase at the time. And, when you call for one car or something like that, it just wasn't, it didn't work out. The person didn't call you back or something like that. That's that resistance. Okay. So if you were to go ahead and say purchase that car that maybe you were getting like red flags about, and that wasn't the one that you were supposed to have, because everything is happens for a reason. Everything that we do once we're on this path, you may end up having a breakdown after you have it for a month or so. Okay. And that's kind of like divine intervention to say that's not the right one. Somehow we may have to, and that's an extreme example, but something like that, just understanding that resistance happens before a tower moment. Okay. Before divine intervention has to come in. And by learning about the signs of resistance and the universe trying to say, no, that's not the way to go, we can avoid some kind of traumatic situation where the universe has to actually step in and we see it point blank that that wasn't what we were supposed to do. And we're guided to go in a different direction. Okay. So hopefully that explained a little bit about what a tower moment may be, or we could just call it as far as divine intervention that may happen. And it could be very traumatic. Um, just knowing that it'll be corrected. It's just like you need to go back onto your path and you can learn to avoid those type of situations when you learn how to avoid um, resistant situations. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, thank you for being here again. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time.